I loved banking, but I really love construction. Because we construct something from the ground up. And then you can see the fruits of your labour. It's there in front of you. When you hand over the keys to a client, it's a wonderful experience. You know, they are so excited. We're so excited. And I don't know, the whole process is fabulous, really.
Welcome to Series 2 of ConstructHER podcast, a Master Builders South Australian initiative which celebrates women in the building and construction industry. My name is Holly Gardner. I'm Chair of the Women in Building High Vis Committee, and I'm looking forward to introducing you to a wonderful array of women who are doing fantastic things in the building and construction industry.
The female-led business register is going to open up opportunities to attract more women in the industry.
There's other support and mentoring opportunities for them.
I just have something different to bring to the table.
When I have been on site with mothers or elderly women, they felt more comfortable knowing that I was there.
It will connect lots of different women involved in all aspects of building.
Welcome to Season 2 of ConstructHER podcast, a Master Builders South Australia initiative which celebrates women in building in South Australia. My name is Holly Gardner and I'm the Chair of the Master Builders Women in Building Committee, which is basically known as the High Vis Committee. I'm very proud to be sharing interviews with prominent women in South Australia who are doing amazing things in the construction industry. Today, I have Helen Sheppard of Sheppard Constructions. Helen is the Sales and Marketing Manager for Sheppard Constructions. Also, she's a very well-respected council member of Master Builders South Australia. And I'm here to talk to her about all things women in construction. So Helen, thank you for being here.
This is great, Holly.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Fantastic. So Helen, can you please tell me how you got into the building industry and what are you doing now?
Okay, so I had spent 15 years in banking and I loved it, but I actually built with Alan Sheppard / Medallion Homes, as it was known then. And I love the process so much. I built this gorgeous home at Flagstaff Hill. It was a luxury home. And I thought, after 15 years of banking, I was looking at a different career. And I thought, right, I think it's the building industry. So I joined as a sales executive. And it was their first woman sales executive, which was great. And the rest is history. I've been in the industry now for 25 years.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So Helen, can you share with us a specific project that you've worked on?
Look, I've worked on quite a lot, Holly. We've built some of the most amazing, iconic homes, but I have to say, very heavily involved in our latest display at Hawthorne, and one of my favourite houses, just absolutely on another level. It's on 933 square metres of land, and we didn't spare any expense. We designed the home to suit the character in the area. So it's beautiful character front. It's a two-storey, but you know, from the front you would think, okay, it's a single-storey home. And we have the most latest, innovative features, and everyone that goes in it is pretty well blown away. Now, we've built this home to coincide with Alan Sheppard Constructions' 50th years in construction, which is a huge milestone.
So I'm thinking environmentally friendly features in this home, or is it more high tech? What's the focus?
Obviously now we've got to adhere to the 7-star energy rating, like double glazing, and all of that obviously have been adopted, but incorporated things that we've never done before, like turntables. So with the council,
turntables for driveways.
Yeah, turntable for cars. So
if you park your car in one direction, you wake up it's in the opposite direction the following day. Fantastic.
Well, you can do that. Or it's got a narrow driveway that opens up into this quite a large garaging, and it's the garaging is part of a courtyard, and to get in, you need a turntable. I mean, you can get into the garage, but this courtyard incorporates a turntable so you can manage to sort of get your car so that you can go
on
down
the
this
turntable
level.
And then the car swivels around.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
But not only that, there's a lot of other features that we've got in the house. Now, obviously, you know, we've very much focusing on the environment and things like that with, with the 7-star energy rating and, insulation, etc. That's very paramount. But this house was quite iconic because we chose things in there that we've not done before, and it's pretty amazing. And just, everyone that goes through it just loves it.
So I imagine that the sales and marketing will be quite prominent in this special year for Sheppard Constructions. And as you are the leader in your business for this, what duties are you particularly doing to promote Helen Sheppard or Sheppard Constructions?
Alan Sheppard Constructions.
Alan Sheppard Constructions, and also this brand new innovative home.
Look, we're very much referral based. So, we have extended invitations to a lot of our clients to come through and have a look at the home, particularly if they're looking at building again, etc. And that just kind of, it promotes the strength of our brand. And
so word of mouth is what you're saying?
Word of mouth.
Get the people in, have a look, get the feel of it, and then talk.
It is.
So old-fashioned sales and marketing from the sounds of it.
It's very old-fashioned. We do have social media, but it's more referral based for us.
And you find that works for you?
It does, because we get clients that want to build the second and third time. And they won't go anywhere else because they love the experience they've had with Alan Sheppard Constructions and the team.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me, what obstacles have you faced as a woman in the construction industry?
I've been really lucky not to face too many. I think because I don't take no for an answer, and I'm quite headstrong.
So people don't challenge you?
Not really, but I did have, when I first had the interview with Alan Sheppard Homes / Medallion Homes, I remember one of the directors there interviewed me, and he, from the get-go, said, so what makes you think that you can do this job? Because only the very best men can actually sell in a construction industry, and it's very male-dominated. So my response to that was, well, I worked 15 years at a bank. I had 80 staff at one stage, and yes, you could say that the banking industry is very male-dominated. And I said, look, I'm just responsible for myself. I mean, that's quite easy. And I know that I could do the job because I have your product. I built with you guys. So I can promote it very easily. And he basically said, right, lucky. You've got the job. But I guess, you know what, that would be really intimidating for women wanting to be in the industry, because he had his walls up straight away because I was a woman. So this is the thing we need to break down. We're capable of doing anything men can do.
I totally agree, but we've got to show confidence in ourselves and project that in order to influence our male counterparts.
That's right. And that's why probably one of my favourite things to do as a woman is to mentor other women and, encourage them to stay strong and really believe in themselves. I think I'm surrounded by really good women because we all encourage each other.
Exactly. And surround yourself with positive women.
Yes.
People who want to achieve, who aspire to be amazing in the industry.
Absolutely.
The sky's the limit.
You know what? It's the best industry to be in. I loved banking, but I really love construction. Because we construct something from the ground up, and then you can see the fruits of your labour. It's there in front of you. When you hand over the keys to a client, it's wonderful experience. They are so excited. We're so excited. And I don't know, the whole process is fabulous, really. I don't see too many challenges. Yes, there is challenges, but as a woman, I'm very lucky that I've always also had male mentors as well.
That's the key.
That have encouraged me.
That's the key. And what we're about, the High Vis Committee, is actually working collaboratively with our male counterparts.
Yes, absolutely.
We see that fundamental to the progress of women in the industry. It's not just about women pushing women.
No. Alan Sheppard's very good.
Yeah.
He will actually promote somebody or give the job to somebody that has the merit to take the job, that is the best for that job. And it doesn't look at gender. And that's fantastic. We need more role models like that. And we need to be role models ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, encourage women.
Absolutely.
Because it's a great industry to be involved in. I love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So can you tell me some of the highlights that you've experienced as a woman in construction over your career?
Oh, there's been many, really many. I mean, I love dealing with clients, and I don't see any issues with women dealing with clients. Actually, clients really love women. You know, we're a bit more softer and understanding. So dealing with clients is a real highlight for me. We've built so many iconic homes right throughout Adelaide. So again, that's wonderful. I've got to say I love being on the Council of the Master Builders. That's a huge highlight.
That's wonderful to hear.
I'd like to see more women on the council as well.
Yes.
It's very unbalanced at the moment, but, you know, we'll get there.
Yes, you are a very important cog on our council,
thank you.
Helen, and we're very grateful to have you there representing women on the council, and we do need more. I agree with that.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wonderful to contribute, and
I'm finding, I'm obviously employee at Master Builders, and I'm finding that there's a lot of support for women from the Master Builders Council and Master Builders generally for women in the industry.
Yes.
So I've been very lucky, although I've only been there for 2 years, that there is a lot of support.
It's very encouraging, isn't it?
It's fantastic. It really is fantastic.
It really is. And we do have, you know, shortages in the industry, and we're not going to cover all of that with people from overseas. We're just not going to be able to cover, you know, all of that. So we really need to encourage women. We have some great women working as trades. We really do.
We certainly do.
Yeah.
And you would agree that women can contribute in a variety of roles in the construction industry, from trades to professional areas to project management. The world's the oyster for women in this industry.
Absolutely.
And it's important that we work with women to find, you know, practically what they can achieve.
Yes.
And, you know, what they can aspire to and do great things at.
Yes, absolutely. We have a fantastic project manager, Megan Jacobson, and she's been in the role since we moved to Glen Osmond Road. How many years now? It's probably 18 years. Well, she's been in the role. She's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
And she's a very strong lady, and she needs to be in that role because she deals with a lot of male clients and has to get a lot of variations signed, and some of them can be quite contentious. She holds her own.
Yeah.
She's she's fantastic. So it's good to see.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Definitely holds her own, and also definitely detail driven as well with variations. So that's very important.
That's right. And I think there's some roles that are better in the industry for women to have, like our silicon chicks, we call them, and that, can I say, silicon is the finishing item in a home. Now, if you don't have it, it just doesn't look right. So we've got a gang of silicon tradies who do an amazing job. They've got smaller hands, they can get closer to the corners, and they're just perfection.
Brilliant.
So,
brilliant.
You know, some roles, they're probably very more suited to women, you know?
No, I understand that. Yeah. So, Helen, what would you consider would be good as far as any changes that we as women need to make or ask our male counterparts that need to be made in order to progress women's footprint and profile in this industry?
That's a pretty tough question. I think you hit the nail on the head before when you said, you know, you're really going to be supported and mentored by your male counterparts. I think the more we can, I guess, get males on our side, the better it's going to be, you know. I really feel that, you know, there's no gender inequality. Women can do whatever. So it's just, I think, really women mentoring women. You know, this podcast is fantastic because women should feel proud of what they're doing. And so the mentorship programs are very important. I think we could also look at flexible work arrangement for women that perhaps have got children. You know, family-friendly policies, perhaps more training programs for women.
I'm wondering about more training programs designed at just educating women on what they can achieve and do in the building industry.
Absolutely. I think anything like that would be very beneficial.
Because our Master Builders training program, we tend to sort of tailor it to what is needed for our members, but also what, you know, should be happening in the industry in general terms.
That's right. It'd be interesting to know how many women attend the programs, and you know, I think we need to make them more women-friendly, perhaps. I'm not sure. But, yeah.
But, yeah, mentoring programs are definitely a key thing.
Absolutely.
And I think you're aware that Master Builders has our RISE program.
Yes, we do, which is fantastic.
Yeah, full of fantastic mentors.
It is.
Including mentors specifically aimed at looking after women in the construction industry.
Yes. So it's a great program.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
So what I was just wondering from you, what would you advise a young female who's coming out of school or maybe considering, you know, a university training, what do you consider that they should be doing in order to enter into the construction industry? What advice would you give them?
Well, the advice I would give them would be, you really got to believe in yourself. There's so many roles within the building industry that you can adopt. So I guess you really need to have a look where you sort of fit and really believe in yourself. And don't take no for an answer. You know, if you go to one employer and is not going to employ you, there's plenty more. Even do some work experience with other women, perhaps.
In the industry?
In the industry, yes. Absolutely. And see, you know, perhaps identify where you want to be, because there's a lot of roles. And
I guess doing work experience is the only way you can sort out like what you enjoy, because it can be very daunting for a student coming out of school.
Yes.
One, to know what is out there, and two, to know whether they like what is out there.
That's right.
So I think work experience and, you know, with some people who've got expertise in the industry is a good way to start.
Couldn't we? We could line up key people in the industry, key women in the industry, and I'm more than happy to be part of it.
Yes.
And, you know, be part of a mentorship program, work experience type program, where we can, you know, have the women on our work sites so that they can see what we do and identify what they like to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of roles.
Yeah.
So it's probably...
Yes, there's definitely a lot of options. And the options seem to be growing, which is fantastic. There's lots and lots of ideas.
The more women in the industry promotes more women in the industry.
Right.
So
that's right.
It's like a snowball effect.
That is exactly right.
It is, yeah. Like I said before, I love this industry. There isn't anything better. I just love it. You know, we create the most amazing buildings, you know, whether you're in commercial or whether you're in residential, we're creating something from the ground up, which is just amazing to see the finished result, you know. I love it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love your positivity and vibrant energy,
Helen.
Thank
you, Holly.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us today about your amazing experience in this industry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to make a comment, please make a comment right here on Spotify. Alternatively, if you require further information, please go to our website. The details are below.